Are you guys ready to paint like the 1980s? Well, now you can.
Shurfrousky's Cult of Nine.
So I'm a Turbodork enjoyer. The color shifting properties and the effects are super cool to paint with, especially since my main AOS army is Tzeentch. I already have like 12 other paints and even Vallejo's paint shifter range too. When Turbodork came out with the Gr8 bundle, the new colors looked interesting to me, and it has colors I don't even have, so I had to get them. The Gr8 bundle contains 8 paints, 4 are shifting, 1 is Zenishift, which seems like a new type, and 3 are metallics. You may also notice the bottles are different too. They are a little bigger, growing 2mm from the original bottles, which are 20mm, so now they are 22mm. Also, the nozzles are different too. It now has this thin, longer nozzle instead of that short, chubby one. It actually helps make pouring the paint way easier and precise too. I wanted to do a paint test with all of these colors, so I grabbed random bits from my ever-growing bits bag to use as testing pieces for all of these paints. So let's go through the shifting paints first. So I have to start with the new unique paint, the Zenishift Midnight City. This is a really cool one. Usually with the shifting paint, you want a black base coat so the shifting effects and colors can be seen. But with this one, they actually recommend it to be a zenithal highlight. Of course, you can put it on black if you wish, but I tried it on a zenithal base coat. The colors on this are purple to a blue shift. I tested this on a spare Zangor legs, and the paint turned out pretty nice. I guess I can kind of see why they recommend to paint over a zenithal highlight. The white parts of the base coat make the shifter lighter, but to be honest, it mostly looks like how a shifter paint usually is over a bright base coat. The lighter areas are of course brighter and have more purple in them, while the recesses and darker areas are more blue. And when the pieces moves a bit, you can see a little bit of a purple to blue shift. Overall, I think it's pretty cool. I think I'll definitely use this over a zenithal base coat and black base coats. Maybe in the future I might even use this for one of my Tzeentch demons too. Alright, next let's look at the Dream On shifting paint. This one came out pretty good too. It has like a blue base with a purple shifting effect. It's recommended to paint this over a black base coat. I painted this on a tank tread. I think the flat wide surface of this piece helps make the shifting pop really well. And maybe that's a caveat to add with these shifting paints in general. It seems like bigger, wider, and a bit curved pieces show off the shifting effects way better than something small. Next shifting paint we got is the Peacock shifting paint. And this one was a little disappointing actually. I thought this one would be more vibrant and have more shifting, but it doesn't really do that. I painted this over a black base coat on an Acolyte shield, so it should have been a good surface to make the effect pop well. It has this greenish blue turquoise-ish teal color to it, which I love that, but it just looks so bland and more like a metallic than a shifting paint. On the bottle, it shows it's supposed to have a green to blue shift, but I don't really see it. The following shifting paint we got is Dark Ritual. This one is pretty interesting. I painted this over a black base coat on a Guardsman las rifle. It has this purple base coat with a black shifting effect, which is pretty neat. I can see why they call it a Dark Ritual. Even on this small piece, the shifting effect is working pretty good, so that is great. This one is probably my third favorite from these shifting paints so far. I'd probably use this one on some Slaaneshi models if I had any. Alright, I want to take a quick little pause in the video to help advertise my wife's book. It's called The Happiest Cat in the World. It's a kid's book. So if you have little ones and you like them to have cute little stories, they'll also kind of share a little lesson. It has that in there, and it's a cute little story about a kitty cat. Pictures right here, you can see the kitty cat, all the little different stuff. It's a good book for kids, probably like 0 to 3 or 4. So just want to show you guys this. I have a link in the description. If you're interested in a kid's book for your kids, please check this one out. Thank you. Alright, now for the last shifting paint that we have. This one's called Leviathan. I painted this over a black base coated Guardsman head. Probably a bit too small for shifting paint, but that's okay. On the bottle it shows it should be a green to bluish shifting effect, and you can kind of see a little bit of this on the piece. Another camera may not pick it up very good, but in person you can kind of see it. Regardless, it's a nice looking green color, but nothing too crazy I think for shifting paint. So now we'll head into the metallic paints. First one to look at will be Syringa. This one is a purple metallic. It's recommended to paint over a purple base coat, which I did do over this other Guardsman head. The color is very bright on this one, almost like a silvery purple color, which is interesting. I originally thought it could have been a deeper tone to it, but it looks good overall. This should be good to paint on something that will have some kind of retro 80s color scheme. Next, we got the Red Queen, a red metallic. They recommend a black base coat to paint over this one, but I'm thinking a dark red will also work pretty good too. I base coated black on a Chaos Warrior head to test this paint out. I actually like how dark this red comes out. I think it will be great on anything that you want to be evil, dark, grungy looking. Definitely will be using this on any corn flavored Chaos Warriors I have. And lastly, we got Fahrenheit, an orange flavored paint. They recommend an orange base coat, which I did on this guard helmet bit. So far, it's a nice solid orange metallic color, nothing too crazy. I'm sure it will look good with some complementary colors like blue. I'll find a use for it with something. So that's all the colors. I really love the Zenishift one, it's probably one of my favorites. Also, of course, the bluish and purple ones too. I'm definitely going to be using some of these in my Tzeentch army and my Slave to Darkness Chaos armies too, to give that magical effect to them. Actually, I did use this on one of my last painted Tzeentch models. I painted it on the Curseling. I used the Midnight City as the main base color for the armor. Then I used the Gmon shifter as the shadows, since it's kind of darker and I had more purples. And then I used the Ice to Never shifter to be the highlights of the armor. With all of these combined, I think it makes for a really cool, like true metallic type metal scheme. I think with any of the shifters, you can use it to kind of paint like a true metallic color scheme, and they will turn out pretty good too. So, what do you guys think of these paints? Let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. And do you enjoy videos covering different paint ranges? Let me know about that too. Maybe I can do some more of those in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you later. Adios.
Please give me cup.